It was a moonless night when Emily first saw the manor. Blackwood Manor stood like a sentinel. As Emily stepped out of her car, the wind rustled through the branches, carrying with it an eerie, mournful sound. Emily was an ambitious journalist, driven by the prospect of uncovering the truth behind local legends. The manor had long been abandoned, rumoured to be haunted by the spirits of its former inhabitants. Determined to unravel the mysteries of Blackwood Manor, Emily had convinced herself that she would spend the night within its walls, documenting every strange occurrence. The first few hours were uneventful. Emily explored the manor, her flashlight revealing remnants of a once opulent lifestyle. Faded portraits of stern-faced ancestors lined the walls, their eyes seeming to follow her every move. Cobwebs adorned the corners, and the furniture lay shrouded in dusty sheets. It started with a low hum, barely perceptible at first. Emily strained her ears, trying to pinpoint the source. The hum grew louder, becoming a chorus of whispers. She turned on her recorder, her heart pounding in her chest. The whispers seemed to come from the walls themselves, a cacophony of voices speaking in a language she couldn't understand. Suddenly the door to the drawing room slammed shut. Emily jumped to her feet, her flashlight beam shaking. She tried the door, but it was locked. Panic set in as she realized she was trapped. Then she saw it. A figure standing in the corner, barely visible in the dim light. It was a woman, dressed in a tattered gown, her face obscured by shadows. Emily's breath caught in her throat as the figure moved closer, its movements slow and deliberate. "Who are you?" Without a second thought, Emily grabbed her camera and bolted from the room. She ran down the hallway, footsteps echoing. The front door was open, swinging in the wind. She stumbled outside, gasping for breath. She sped away from the manor. Back at her apartment, Emily reviewed the footage. Her hands trembled as she watched the recording. The whispers were clear, the hum turning into a symphony of disembodied voices. Then she saw herself in the drawing room, sitting in the armchair. The door slammed shut on its own, and the figure appeared, its form barely discernible. But it was the final frame that made her blood run cold. As she ran from the room, the camera captured a brief glimpse of the figure's face. It was twisted in a mask of rage, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light, and then the screen went black. Emily never returned to Blackwood Manor. She wrote her article detailing her experience, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something had followed her home. The whispers haunted her dreams, and she often woke in the middle of the night feeling the same chill she had felt in the manor. One night, as she sat in her apartment, she heard the hum again. It started softly, then grew louder. She looked around, her heart pounding. The shadows seemed to move, and the air grew cold. The figure appeared standing at the foot of her bed. Emily's breath caught in her throat as it moved closer, its eyes glowing with that same unnatural light. "Leave this place," it whispered. But this time there was nowhere for Emily to run.